Think about the last time that you walked in a room full of people. You open the door, you walk in, and everybody's eyes are on you. And you're sitting there thinking to yourself, like, dang, what are they thinking about? What do I look like right now? You start to panic. These are all symptoms of caring too much over what people think. Don't you want to be that person who just walks into the room wearing your pajamas, wear whatever the heck you want, and just not care, not give two fudges, or even be told something that kind of triggers you, but people's words don't affect you, because that is truly the most powerful person in the room. There's actually a study by the University of Michigan that found that the parts of the brain that activate when you feel social rejection is the same parts of the brain that activate when you feel physical pain. Imagine asking someone, "Can I get a hug?" and they say no. First off, why are you asking like that, boy? So today you're gonna know why it happens, the truth, deep down, why it really happens, what it does to you, and how poisonous and hidden it is, and how to finally stop it. I don't know how to do the three. So why does this happen in the first place? Well, the main and most natural reason and why we all go through this is because we are, for one, social creatures, and for two, it is paramount to our survivability. Back then, we used to be in tribes, and it mattered what people thought of you, because if you're not within the tribe, you're not part of the community, then you kind of die. It's kind of like Squid Games or Hunger Games, all right? The people that are isolated by themselves, they're the first to die. They are the first to go. But the people who group up and they get together and they grow a community, they strive. And how do you grow a community? People need to accept you, validate you, see that you are of value to them. And because of this, we learned how to code switch. And you know exactly what I mean. You act differently depending on the friend that you're with or the person that you're with. You have a completely different personality, different energy, everything like that, because you've catered that person for this person. This is natural and it's for survivability. But the problem here isn't this. The problem is the extreme version of this, where now you're not just trying to survive, but rather you're seeking someone else to fill a gap that you need to fill for yourself. And so your problem isn't caring about what people think. You are addicted to their validation. You can't live without it. You are dependent on other people to approve of your ideas, to approve of how you look. You just care too much about what they think. Hey, they all ordered spicy food. I don't like spicy food, or I can't have spicy food at the moment, and you still get it anyways. Now you're going against your own nafs, your own soul. Now you've become a yes man. Now people will walk over you. Now people will see you have no balls. You have nothing. Nothing. You could be the most attractive person. You could have all the money and you still have zero self-confidence, and people will see right through that and they will use you. You know, this actually just happened to me yesterday, and I had to remind myself, because I sat down and I researched this topic and I thought about this video for a while. And so I was like, I need to take my own advice. So this is what happened. I was praying at a mosque. I finished prayer and there was donations to send aid, you know, starving children and stuff like that in Palestine. And so I went in the back and I donated for the sake of Allah, for the sake of God. But later on, I met up with my friends, like I connected with them. And then one of them was actually going to donate as well. And so obviously, since we're with him, we waited in line with him. And so as we're waiting in line, I'm just thinking like, dang, he's about to donate. What it will probably look like for them is that, hey, we're all going to donate. And then me, I'm not going to. And so I'm going to look stingy in front of them. And so I was like, dang, do I just donate again? But then I realized that now I'm not doing anything for myself. I'm not doing anything for the sake of God. I'm doing it solely for them viewing me in a certain way. And it's not more so I want them to view me as I'm generous, but I don't want them to view me as, oh, I'm stingy, or like I can't give $1 or something like that. But at the same time, I was like, why do I care? I don't really care, bro. Their farts smell just as bad as my farts do, bro. And so I actually took the advices that I'm going to show you in this video, and it actually worked for me. I said, no, I don't care. I already donated. I already got my validation from God, from Allah. I did this for him, and I loved myself. I am a good person. I am this, I am that. There's nothing wrong with telling yourself positive things. Just don't be proudful and start thinking that you're better than people. That's where ego comes in. And so I just let it go. And guess what? I felt happy. I was like, alhamdulillah. I felt happy over my decision, putting myself in the discomfort and living in it and being conscious over it. It felt so good. And that started a habit. Now it will become easier next time and next time. If I want to order a kid's meal and everybody's ordering like the biggest, like, oh, steak and this and that, and I don't really want that. I'm going to order whatever the hell I want. That's the mentality you need to embody. The other thing that makes this worse for people is their childhood, their relationships, their employer, anything where there is a person who you are dependent on in some type of way, or you put your dependence on, and they failed you and they rejected you. Me personally, as a child, I didn't really get much except for a lot of criticism and being put down in words that still are ingrained in my mind that put me down, and they actually affect my life. What we have to realize is a lot of these things from our parents are not their fault. They don't do it intentionally. For their generation, most of the time, they don't know any better. Just like us, we don't really know any better. When we have children, a lot of the things that we think are going to work, we don't know that this is actually a poisonous, bad thing and it will actually harm them. We don't know because nobody told us. I was the first child. I was the one where, they tried everything out on. So it's okay. I have no problem, alhamdulillah. But it's my job and my responsibility to fix that within myself and fix those words that are in my head. Like if I'm dumb or I'm lazy. And then the thing is also is with having someone who is very critical to you, any fault they find, they'll just tell you, this is what's wrong with you. This is what's wrong with you. For one, it kills your self-esteem. It kills your self-confidence, your nafs. It kills it. And now you start relying on their approval, meaning that you will do things just all you want is them to say, like, I'm proud of you, or you did good, or to praise you, to bring you up, or you can do this. You strive and you become hungry for those things. And that hunger is where we go wrong. It's cool to have validation and approval, but a lot of times from your parent, your child, your significant other, your partner, boss, anyone in your life, your friend that just puts you down, a lot of times that's where it stems off, or they don't push you up, or they just doubt you. It implants these seeds that will continuously grow throughout your whole life and your adulthood, and they will affect you, and they will never stop affecting you until the moment that you realize that, hey, this is my responsibility. It's on me. I take accountability for allowing this stuff to happen. It's nobody else's fault but my fault. And then you fix it. You give yourself those things. Another reason why you should not care about what anybody thinks is this. I used to make YouTube videos when I was a kid, 12, 13 years old, and my friends made fun of me. They played my videos and they made fun of me in class. People laughed at me. Who is laughing now? Me! These are the mentalities that you have to adopt, because at the end of the day, this is your life, nobody else's. You need to do whatever the heck you want to do, just however the heck you want. And that starts with you adopting that mindset of I don't freaking care, and you give yourself whatever it is that you're needing from others, and you do things for the sake of Allah. If you want to do things, you want approval, you want to do good acts, you do it for God and nobody else. You don't have any expectations, thank yous, hugs. People give it to you, great, that's awesome. But if they don't, nothing changes in your life. In 1955, Ash famously said, the tendency to conformity in our society is so strong that reasonably intelligent and well-meaning young people are willing to call white black. There was actually a social experiment that I saw online where there's a bunch of paid actors in a waiting room, all right? And so the person comes in and sits down. Everybody's sitting down. And every few seconds, everybody stands up and then sits. And then the person was like looking at everyone. And then after a while, she also would get up and sit just like them. Would you conform? Would you conform, or would you be like, why the hell would I get up? I'm not trying to get up right now. This is also where we adopt herd mentality. This is why people are like, oh, you're a sheep. Then there's a black sheep of the family, which I am praying that you are the black sheep of the family. That is gonna take your family out of whatever is going on, provide for them, everything like that. This is also good to know for when you start investing, or if you already invest. A lot of times like bull markets, and where like Bitcoin's going up, Doge or Nvidia or all these stocks skyrocketing, and gold was skyrocketing. And guess what? People were waiting in line outside of the store. No, do your own research, do your own things, and come to your own conclusions. Because guess what? Once all those people started lining up, a few days later, gold price tanked. What was that one brand that girls get with the can?
You ever seen one of these? Tumblers made by a company called Stanley. They're all over the internet. But as quickly as Gen Z giveth, Gen Z taketh, and the trend might be over. If I am talking about it on local news, it is probably on its way out.
People say I have a big forehead. Bang! I'll hit you with my big forehead. I'm showing my back. Nobody's perfect, bro. Everybody has cons. Again, those are the same people that their farts smell just as bad, if not worse. They go to the toilet and they poop. Can you imagine that? People are weird. You should see what people do in private.
2 seconds earlier.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. See? I'm weird. So everybody's weird. But at the same time, you do kind of have to lay low. You don't want to care about what people think, but also you don't want them to think that you're crazy. Now, what does this do to you? For one, you have that constant mental noise that just blocks your mind and caves you. Oh, did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? What were they thinking when I said this? Am I walking right? Like, bruh, you become so like a little
We interrupt this program to bring you...
The reality is those aren't even your real thoughts. Those are actually thoughts that somebody else taught you. A lot of them are also from Satan. He whispers in your head a lot of things because guess what? All these whispers, if you start to listen to them and entertain them, you start to become them. I truly believe in the whole affirmations thing, not entirely manifesting, more so believing in yourself. But Allah, God is the one who actually writes things and decrees things. But in terms of affirmations, like telling yourself positive things, 100%, I truly believe that that is one of the greatest cheat codes that we have. Likewise, on the opposite end, if you tell yourself bad things or you entertain these thoughts, you will go down to hell on earth. If you study anyone who is great at their category, like Michael Jackson, Muhammad Ali, LeBron James, and you watch interviews of them, they all have the same thing in common. They believed in themselves and they gave themselves positive affirmations. Mr. Beast, people called Mr. Beast crazy, and now they call him a genius. And so at the end of the day, you have to believe in yourself more than you expect people to validate you. And what this actually also does is as soon as you hear any criticism, anything about you that you don't like, that rejects or invalidates you, you start to get triggered, defensive. It starts to hurt you. You need to now protect yourself, your identity. You need to now fight it back. You have to say something back. If somebody comments something, you have to justify, you have to defend yourself because they're wrong. There's certain levels where you do need to say something back. But for most parts, who freaking cares, bro, what they think? In social media, unless it's for business purposes, they post for validation. The sad reality, a lot of people refuse to accept this. They post their dress, they post their looks because they want some people to comment like, oh, you look good, you're being successful, or you're this. They want that. And if they don't get it, then they feel like I'm not enough. But it is weird. It's weird. We should not be like this. We're just wired like this. We just want people to think of us in certain ways, but who freaking cares, bro? I'm actually gonna go get something to drink. Now, how do you stop this and finally get out of this mental prison? First step to get out of this is to start actually feeding yourself words and affirmations that align with the life that you want to live. Being confident, validating yourself, loving yourself. Nobody really knows who and who isn't truly confident. We're all actors. You just act in whatever way you want. Here's what's actually really funny. There's this guy pretty much like faked it till he made it, and he still fakes it, and it's to the point where he's not faking it anymore. He's made it, but it doesn't matter because I'm sure that to him, even though he knows he was faking it, he wasn't really faking it because he knew that whatever he put in his mind is his reality, and it became his reality.
Like, it's like life's not all about money, yo. Life is about living your true, authentic self. It's not about like trying to be something that you're not.
And I'm not talking about being confident and faking it for other people. I'm talking about within yourself. Because a lot of people fake stuff, but inside they still believe they're insecure. And tell yourself that, hey, whatever I do tell myself is actually true. So it's not lying. So believe it. Hey, I am confident. I don't care about what other people think. I do whatever the heck I want and whatever makes me happy. You need to learn the art of being content with being disliked and rejected. Because anytime I put myself in this mentality, I realize that who freaking cares? You know what? Now, the next thing you want to do is purposely and consciously do things that make you uncomfortable. Like the example I gave you, the whole donation situation. I purposely told myself, no, I'm not going to do that. And I will allow myself to let them think whatever they want to think about me. That's where you do it. Right now to my right, somebody just pulled over. Their window is down and I don't really have tints on my windows. So I know they can see me right now. And guess what? I'm going to keep on going. Even though I usually wouldn't, I'm right now putting myself in that situation and consciously thinking this is how I can get out of it is by just doing it. I'm even go like this so it really looks like it. Another thing is like post things that usually you wouldn't want to post. Post a picture of you that's not the best photo of you. Post anything, bro. Let people comment and allow it to happen, or let nobody comment, nobody like it, and realize that other people are going to see the post and see that you get no attention, you get nothing. All of these thoughts that go in your head, and allow it to be and just post it. And you know what's funny? Now you're not posting for validation, you're posting for proof that you don't need validation. Next time you're in a group gathering, say the stuff that you want to say, make the jokes you want to say. Who cares if they don't laugh? Who cares if they don't agree with the stuff that you're saying or they don't resonate with it? Who freaking cares? A lot of times I'm like, I don't want to post them because of what are they going to think? But that's what keeps you stagnant. That's what keeps you paralyzed. Like you don't do the things that you want to do. Go outside in your pajamas, dress as you like. But don't be a dirty, unclean, filthy trash bag though. Have some self-respect. But do those things and realize that it's okay to be disliked, and your nervous system will slowly understand that, hey, we're fine, we're okay, we're happy. It makes life so much better and happier and a better experience. For some people, they rely on other people's opinions so much so that people walk over you like a doormat. The next thing you want to do is audit your circle, audit your friends, your family. Who is serving you, who is not serving you? Who is doing the opposite and actually putting you down? Now, I'm not saying completely cut off your friends. You know, there's a lot of people who love you. Like, you don't want to be that type of person who's like, oh, I'm outgrowing everybody, I don't want to be friends. But at the same time, learn how to say no to things. This is how you know. How you know is when you get out of a gathering and at the end, you just feel so drained. Like extremely drained, not just a little bit. Sometimes it's okay to feel drained because you're giving more than you're receiving. But if you feel drained every time to the point where if they ask you to hang out or if they ask for something, you're just thinking in your head like, you're thinking of the feelings that you're about to feel, which is it's just gonna be all about them. And anything that I say, they're gonna just put down, not care about. It's just not important, right? They make you feel like that. Bro, simply put, don't hang out with them. And another thing on top of that, alhamdulillah, I've learned to stop doing, I used to do as a kid, was when people would make fun of me, I would laugh at those jokes with them. Why are you laughing at yourself? You want their validation so much that you're laughing with them. You have those friends where you guys make fun of each other. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just you're in a gathering and somebody just makes fun of you. It actually happened to me, alhamdulillah, like it was in front of everyone. It was some guy that I don't even know him. He doesn't even know me, but he was part of the friend group and I had just started seeing him, made fun of me. I just called him out on it. I was like, how are you gonna say this while you're like that? You gotta set those boundaries also. Learn how to love yourself, validate yourself, tell yourself the things that you're needing from other people, and let it be enough. Let your own belief in yourself, your own validation, your own assurance, your own thoughts and beliefs be enough. Meaning that you don't need somebody else to also approve it. This is kind of what my channel is honestly gonna be about. So yeah, with that being said, if I can do it, so can you. Make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them. If any of this resonated with you, comment, like, and subscribe. And salam alaikum. Wait. Mwah. See, that's my thing. And I'm going to make it my thing. Who cares if my friends call it gay? You're gay.